What's up, everyone? Episode 63 of Tweek Talks. I'm Gavin, or Tweek.
It can't happen every week.
I did it. Okay, so it's funny because I was like, there's absolutely no way I'm laughing. And then the moment he just went mad slow, I just started smiling. What's good? It's Pink. Always laughing at Gavin or Tweek.
What up? It's Charles in the building. It's been a while. You guys, Hazardous Matthew over here and Tweek holding it down last week. Solo.
Yeah.
Great episode. I actually watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I always say that. What's up, guys? By the way, guys, it's Haz or Matt, whatever. Yeah, dude, I always say that, like, I love being on the podcast, obviously, but I wish I could just listen and enjoy it. You know, so when the weeks I'm not on, I'm actually like, oh, sick. All right, I'll just listen to the boys chat it up a little bit about Smash, but we got Pokemon. A lot. Or Pokemon.
Apparently, yeah.
True. So this week, obviously, a couple of big tournaments this weekend. Shine 2022 in my well, further than like my neighbor's backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like, not my backyard. Right. Someone else. It's not my backyard. That's all I'll say. Worcester. My backyard.
He just kept saying it.
Like, help me.
Is that where they make Worcestershire sauce?
Huh?
Anyway, there was also Ultimate Wanted 4 over in France. And I mean, obviously, we talked about how great that trailer was going into the tournament, and the results certainly lived up to it. So a lot going on here, guys. Let's start with Shine. Gavin and I were both there, but what do you guys think from a perspective of a spectator or results-wise? Charles, Marcus, what do you guys think of the event?
I had a great time watching the event. We got to see some players go some different characters, one of them being in here. So seeing the return of PT was really cool for Gavin or Tweek, you know. But yeah, Gavin or for sure. But I mean, it just felt like everyone was out to play. We're seeing new character rosters, and then even players just sticking with their old character rosters. Cosmos came out. Pretty crazy how good Cosmos is when he's not spamming forward smash.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Dude, he did use forward smash too. Like when he did, they hit too. They were looking. That was
right.
I think that was the best I've ever seen Cosmos play. Honestly, like that or Smash World Tour at the end of last year was really, really nice. But dude, he looked unstoppable.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about Cosmos. He has these like tournaments, like main stage, where he almost beat Leo, and like Smash World Tour, where he was almost beating Leo. He beat Spargo. Glitch that he just won. He just straight up won. Like, and then Shine, where it just you look at him and you're like, bro, is this the best player in the world?
Yeah.
Then you have those tournaments where it's like, oh snap, Cosmos going game 3 in his round 1 in pools, and you're like, huh? Like what happened? But it was good to see him perform well today, and it was really funny to hear his explanation of what happened. He said, bro, I got smoked, so I just watched Leo play, and then I just did what he did.
That's how I feel about watching Leo's Aegis. Like, it's just that good that I'm not even surprised that that's like what Cosmos' thought process was. Because when I watched Leo's Aegis, I'm like, this shit is too clean.
Yeah.
It's too clean.
Yeah.
Really good down tilts into up air for sure. Like, that's what I kept saying. I was like, shout out to Leo every time he hit down tilt up air with Pyro.
Dude, I was talking about that at Shine too. I was like, every down tilt he lands with Pyro leads into death, and it's always a true combo. And then when I do it or someone else does it, like they don't even come close to landing the up air.
So Cosmos said that Leo said that as long as you land the close down tilt, then it's a true combo. But
that's
if you
what
land
it is,
max,
I guess.
Yeah, if you land the max range, what it won't.
I didn't know that part of the equation, so to me it was just Leo cheating. Like, because I didn't know that very important part, and like I would see other players land it, and I would think it's the same situation, but it's probably like the outside hit. You know what I mean? Like it's a different situation. But to me, it's just Leo cheating.
Yeah. Dude, and there were so many times too, because obviously, you know, the old bad nickname for him being Chokemos. Couple of reverse 3-0s, including Clutch Most, including one that was against Zomba for winners finals, which was basically a summit
one against me and then one against Zomba, like right after.
Whoa. Yeah, dude. Yep.
I didn't piece that together until both happened, and I was just like watching the rest of the tournament, and I was like, oh, yeah, that just happened 2 in a row.
It was insane.
Felt so bad for Zomba, bro.
Me too.
He had it, and I don't know what happened. It was right there, like in his hands. Cosmos had literally nothing off stage. He had nothing, and he just missed. Yeah, and I can't even be like, bro, how could that happen? Because hey, I've done it before. I mean,
you definitely did that versus Leo.
Versus Leo, yeah, exactly, yeah. So I can't.
Why do you have to say it?
Like, Bro. Oh no, that's exactly what I was thinking about when I said it. I was like, yeah, I've done it before. It just so I know how it feels, right? I'm like, dang, that's brutal, bro. That was your win, and you just missed.
Like, I feel like, go ahead.
I feel like every player has like that tragic miss. I feel like everyone in here probably there's a tragic miss.
They've had like 3 million.
Why are you doing this to us? What the heck? I don't feel good
I'm just
right
saying,
now.
It's
true.
Just saying.
It's true. It's true.
Because like for Zomba here, this could be on the top of his list because this was for a summit spot. You know what I mean? Like everyone has like different classifications depending on what was on the line, right? And I think the entire tournament, like obviously everyone's playing their heart out and trying to win, but I think particularly Cosmos and Zomba had the most to like gain or / lose from this event because of the summit qualifier.
So
right. So I think like their matches felt very impactful. Like there was a lot more on the line because there's that extra layer just past the tournament prize pool and past the prestige of Shine as a tournament or a major, right? Being that summit qualifier spot. So, I mean, under all that pressure and all that stuff, Cosmos was able to clutch out. So, I mean, just huge ups to Cosmos. It's really hard to do when there's so much on the line.
Dude, and on that line was, I mean, this was the second weekend in a row where he was one spot short of getting into the summit spot. So, dude, I feel for the kid. He's going to come back and do even better, though. I mean, he's going to. And it's crazy because I was on commentary and I was talking about, I think as the Robs go, I think that Zomba has maybe the best advantage state and off stage. Like, just he's so good at lining everything up. And what Marcus was saying was it was just a missed edge guard there at the end, which I would have never guessed that. You know what I mean? He's so good in those positions, whether it's setting up for the eventual back air or going right into side or down air. Like his mix-ups off the stage and on the ledge are so good. So shout out to Zomba, still playing phenomenally. I know stopped a little bit short here, but it's all good. You get the next one.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, even just seeing Light doing really well too. I mean, we've seen it's so crazy because we're really starting to see the meta flesh out in terms of just like these really high speed characters that reward really good reaction time, right? That like essentially if you have a very high refresh rate, you get rewarded really well, right? Just like very, I don't want to say mashy, but you can essentially throw out hitboxes, and if you react to these hitboxes that you're throwing out real quick, like Rob down tilt's one of them, right? Like Rob down tilt, throw out one, react, see what happens. Like you could throw out another one, yada yada, stuff like that. And I gotta say, a lot of players were doing a lot of intentional footstools at Shine. I noticed a lot of those in bracket, which was just really fun to see players optimizing their offstage advantage. And yeah, like I said, I just feel like we're kind of getting, because we've all gone through different metas of Smash games, right? Where, you know, like there's the early meta characters like Ness and Yoshi, and then they eventually start falling off and stuff like that. And I feel like we're kind of getting to the phase we're not like fully figuring out the game, but players are getting good enough at the game that they're getting really high reward off of these speed characters. That, I mean, Mythra's one of them, right? Like,
yeah, I was
like
gonna
the speed character.
I was gonna say too, though. I mean, obviously, you know, they were just kind of loose examples you're giving, but Syrup had a great weekend as Ness, and I think we're seeing weirdly that character's like. I think in every other Smash game, Ness hits a hard wall at a certain point.
Not like this one. Yeah, that was a general example.
Yeah, exactly.
I was talking about for the other Smash games, like Smash 4. I mean, even in like Brawl, you know, in the very beginning of Brawl, but like Smash 4, particularly first like year or so, Ness was very strong. In the beginning of the meta, DLC didn't treat him nicely though, and people just started edge guarding him. I think Ness has a lot of longevity in this game because he has way more mix on his recovery, and his punish, like he literally has infinites, and aside from infinites, he has like cookie cutter 0 to 80s and stuff like that. Like and Syrup is insane on hit. So this was a really
not even the first top 8 Syrup has gotten at a big tournament.
Syrup's young too, really young,
young.
Like 15.
Syrup's also from Jersey, so. Props to Syrup, and it's kind of scary. I feel like a very promising future for Syrup in Smash in general, especially with these results at such a young age. Very, very impressive stuff. Very impressive stuff to Tristate in general at Shine. Nearly half of the top 12 were Tristate players.
Okay,
hold on. I was going to say, and I mean, throw Beast in there too, obviously.
Beast went off.
Beast, Jackal, me, Zomba. Yeah, really crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Syrup
Tristate's
Jackal
looking really strong.
Bro, hold on. And shout outs to New England too, obviously.
Oh,
that's the other half. So there you go. Now it's your turn.
You'll watch Timeout Kazuya? What is that? We talk about Timeout Zero Suit all the time. We talk about Timeout Kazuya. XL, he's always been like the most patient player in the room all the time. Like, reminds me how you play a lot, Gavin, for sure. And he played Wario for a really, really long time. And Cloud in Smash 4. Like, very, very similar. Then you guys, the path broke off there, though.
Yeah, now it's
very different now at this point. But win over Mars, which for those new to XL, he has beaten Mars before.
A few times, yeah.
Mars is having a hard time against Kazuya in general, but specifically XL. So he's trying to figure it out and trying to work on it. He had a game plan with the Joker, and it didn't work. And he SD twice, which is tough. Like, I saw him SD the first time. I'm like, he's usually good for an SD a set with Joker or like in a top 8 or whatever. But the second one, I was like, oh, that's not good. So I don't know what it is, but he's still figuring out that matchup. But XL beat Mars, and then Esam 3-2, and that's Esam himself had tweeted about how good that matchup is because he plays timeout, man. Because he plays super patient. No one, you know what I mean. He doesn't. XL is so happy to sit there and do nothing.
He's definitely equipped to deal with something like that, I guess. But I had to play the winner of that match, and I don't want to like dismiss Axiom's skill or anything, but I just didn't expect that at all. I was preparing for Esam.
Yeah.
And then as the set kept going on, I was like, oh, maybe I should pay attention because this isn't going how anyone would expect, at least from an on-paper perspective. So,
well, he does play against DM a lot too. Local Pikachu, well, also Pyramyth and Steve as well. So they have played a lot over the years, like Smash 4 together, you know, when they were teenagers and stuff, and now still in Ultimate too. So he definitely knew what to look for in that matchup. And again, I think Esam is so good at his two best things. I think A is edge guarding. Like, I think he's phenomenal off stage. And the other one I think too is just flustering you with Thunder Jolts and making you make a dumb mistake.
Neither of those things happened, at least to an extent, to like win him the set. So
nope. And things that Kazuya are typically is weak against. You know, that's why he thought the matchup was so good for him. But the thing with XL is like we've seen him wait forever to get waft and then get wins. And with Kazuya, you kind of always have waft ready to go. You know what I mean? You get that one or two hits, like it just it goes. So XL. Shout out to XL. Nice job, man. Like I was really, really proud of him. That was a hell of a run.
I mean,
like,
I say the same thing about Kazuya versus Diddy Kong and fighting game characters versus Diddy Kong all the time. I think like it's like one of their hardest matchups collectively as an archetype is Diddy Kong. And I basically lost to Axiom right after too. I nearly lost, so I think it's just Axiom being that good, to be quite honest.
He's playing really well, and he is really good for sure. So any of the crowd cheering for him and all that good stuff, like that does help a good amount too, which is great. So shout out to New England and XL, of course. What a run, dude! Yeah, this top 8 was pretty crazy. Honestly, it was
also,
really good.
As a spectator, okay, I watched you lose those first 2 games to XL. I said, bro, this set is over. And then you like stood up, you, like took your time, and I was like, who is this? who am I watching right now? Who is this player?
Is this Light?
Yeah,
Light always does that.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And then you played very well. I was very shocked, especially
I didn't think that much, but
because it was losers.
Okay, there we go.
Because it was losers. Yeah.
If you add that part to it, then you're right,
bro. I mean, there were stocks where you would hit him for like 120%, and he would hit you one time, and you would die.
Yeah.
And I was so sure. I was like, he's out of it. And then I don't know. You just kind of like turned up. I'm kind of curious, like what was going through your head while you were playing.
Yeah, this tournament, like I said on the show not too long ago, I've been playing like kind of, I guess, legacy characters for myself lately, like characters that have given me a lot of success and characters that a lot of people probably know me for, especially things like PT, because I'm sure some people have watched me play PT at EVO, but like not watched much competitive Smash Ultimate just because EVO is that popular, right?
Right.
So I've been associated with PT way more than I would have ever expected. You know what I mean? So like characters like that, Wario, like Wario is a character I've played basically my whole life in Smash. And also gave me a lot of success in Ultimate and even some success in Smash 4. And then Diddy Kong is like one of my most played characters, if not my most played character. So basically, I've been struggling a lot with Ultimate. I haven't been enjoying it. I've been like struggling to win. I've been super mad when I lose, and like, so I'm just like, all right, let me listen to what everyone else wants me to do, because obviously people know, like, not know, but people want what's best for me, and like other top players are like suggesting characters. So like, all right, I'm just gonna play these characters. I mean, I love these characters, like some of my favorites, whether it's like in Smash or like as a concept, right? And then for Shine, like it felt really weird playing in the bracket, because I was kind of just doing like basic stuff and just kind of playing these characters, and like it was just getting the dub, especially with like Charizard and Wario. I was kind of just like chilling, and like it would just work. And then when I got to top 8 on Sunday, like I was just winning versus Cosmos. Like even the last game, it was like looking fine, and then it just it kind of just spiraled out of control, and then I lost, and it was really close, and I feel like right there I lost my mental completely. I'm pretty ashamed about it, because like I like get mad and rage all the time in my own privacy, I guess, but I like did it on stream and stuff, and I like looking back on it, it's like, damn, like from 2-0 to like losing, and then like losing my cool, like I didn't really want to play after that. So I am really appreciative of the compliments, Marcus, because I didn't expect to win a singular game after that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I do want to work on it, and you know, I it just sucks. I definitely apologize to everyone.
Right.
I'm trying. I don't even really want to play the game at the moment, and as terrible as that sounds, I also think it could be a good thing, just because I would like to work on everything outside of the game, because I don't even want to sound like arrogant, but I think like the game isn't an issue. I think I'm pretty damn good at the game, so like I think a break isn't a big deal in terms of like execution and not playing for a bit. I just want to like I've just gone so back and forth with my mental the last couple of years, you know, like sometimes it was like at some of its best moments, and then other times it's like completely 180'd. So yeah, it's cool that I won a loser set, I guess, but I feel like I just reverted right back into like being super tilted and like stupid right when I had to play light. So I don't know. Hopefully, I'll be back stronger.
Yeah, and I
Wait.
think. Oh, go ahead, Pink.
You think you played poorly versus Light?
Well, I was just tilted and like I was like super rude too. I was like I would like lose a stalker game. I'm like,
Were you saying things like
I was
feel
like, yeah, I was
like-
like, I was
I feel like I
literally.
saw you saying
They were
words.
talking. Oh,
Oh,
You-
No,
Yeah,
he
Gavin
wasn't
was
talking to
talking.
me, but
Oh, I
because
thought-
he was
oh.
trying to play the game. But I was just like, how do you lose with Fox? I literally said that to him.
True.
And all he did was like shake his head. And I'm like, and part of me is like, why? Like, I don't want to be an asshole, but I'm like just so tilted. And I'm like, thank God he's just like being the good person right now and just like not like just
Well,
playing the game.
Well, the thing about that too is you're wasting your own time and your mental doing that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
like,
Like you're
I was-
talking yourself out of that set when you do that. For
Yeah,
sure.
like I don't know. There was moments where I was like in the set, like I'd get like a good string going or something, but like overall, like Light's just like locked in, and like I just
Yeah.
wasn't locked in,
Yeah.
and like that's like basically what I regret about the most, just because the actions, like my behavior was stupid, but also like just I'm just throwing myself out of like the competition, so
Can't play like that. There's no way.
True.
Yeah.
Also,
It's too hard anyway. God.
yeah.
as per usual, this is always something I say. Progress is not linear. It's just
Absolutely.
It's not.
I feel like
And
True.
as true as that is,
Um,
it's also one of the hardest things to accept ever.
right, because I've known you for quite some time.
I view things as answers, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Like, it's so
And
hard to get out of that mindset.
You've gone from I used to rage every time I lost to now I rage half the time. So it's like, like progress is being made. It's like
50%.
It's hard to see. Hey,
I hate this guy.
Always gotta plug it.
It's hard to see, but like there is progress to be made, and as long as you
Yeah.
keep working on it, you'll be okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
I think
I mean, even talking Something that's been nice about this podcast is we talk about Smash as a whole, but then like sometimes we dedicate some of it to like my tournament run or something.
Yeah.
And like I get to like, because this is like a public thing, so I can't like just hide from like any problems or like I have to talk about my tournament.
You're airing
run.
it out, man. You're airing
Like
it out.
It's good.
I'm not gonna like talk about the good things and then leave out the bad things. So like it's like a weird like therapy session sometimes, and I like just have to deal with it. So yeah.
People like to hear that shit too. You know what I mean? Like, what happened? You know, like, let's talk
Yeah,
about
right?
it, man. It's all good. Yeah, it's
A lot of
it's good content too. Way to go. Nice job.
Your Diddy Kong was hot though. I was
Yeah.
like, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, why he keep picking other low key? I was like, why is he picking?
Stop it, Marcus.
else?
He's on a
It's
good
just-
path.
I know. He's fine.
Stop
It's
it.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, I love
But
it. You got PT and Wario, and Marcus goes, "Why is he playing them?" After all that, after
Yeah.
everyone tells you, to do all
After
that,
I finally like actually picked them again.
you did. He was
That's
playing
right.
it, though.
it was playing insane. I was like, oh snap! Like, and it's
Yeah.
funny because I think because you've played Wario pretty much your entire life, even like the more like nuanced things you can just kind of do, right? And then Pokemon Trainer is like pretty simple.
That's the weird
right?
one.
Yeah.
Like it's like very simple. Like things just
That
kind of
does
work
help.
out. So you can like, yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I like PT, and you just play PT. But when your Diddy Kong is hot, I'm like, does he lose? Like, can he lose? Like, it looks like earlier how we were talking about like Cosmos sometimes look like the best player in the world, bro. When your Diddy Kong is hot, it's definitely like one of those things. I'm like,
Thank
who
you.
beats this? Like,
You just did the tweak back to tweak. You set it to light. You said, "How do you lose with this character?" And you're like, "Wait, right back. How do you lose with this Diddy? It's too
well,
lit."
I mean, light's the same way, right? Like
Yeah, it's
sometimes
true.
you
Yes.
see light and you're like, where'd that come from?
Yeah, bro. Cosmos was doing that too that weekend. How do you lose? Like how does you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I feel like there's certain characters and just certain players that like. I mean, we've talked about this like kind of thing. It's like an X factor or like an it factor kind of thing. Where like,
wait, who have we talked about that with? Which character player?
you know, there's like Leo's Aegis, like Hazmatt's
Right.
Belmont.
Leo's
you know,
characters,
true.
like
Leo
Leo's,
Joker, Hazmatt
yeah,
Belmont. They're
Joker,
all
Leo,
good
Pilot,
yeah, like
Leo,
the
Corrin.
usual conversations.
Mars Zero
Right,
Suit,
of
yeah,
course, of
Light
course.
Fox.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
best
Mars
players in the
Zero
world,
Suit,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I really want to touch up back on some of the mentality stuff too, because I think it's a very relatable thing when any human being has to deal with something that doesn't go their way. Really, when anyone like rages or anything like that, you're a human that's in a situation that something did not go the way you wanted it to go, right?
Yeah.
And I think that is relatable across the board. It's just there's different levels of it because there's different things on the line, right? Like some people, when their like career is on the line, you know, it feels a little different, right? I'm not saying every tournament, every player's like career is on the line, but
Yeah.
I
The
think
pressure does feel like that. It really
well,
does.
right. It eventually like
Pressure can, like,
escalates to that point, right?
Emulate that kind of idea
Feeling.
in your head. That's how, and that's something I deal with all the time. I do care to the point where like that's how I feel when I'm playing in a tournament. Like it could be the 10-man tournament or a 10,000-man tournament.
Yeah.
I just care that much.
Right.
But it still sucks. The worst part about it for me is like, you know, the people around me don't deserve to deal with it regardless. Like, and I guess I don't want to like blame anything or like, but part of me wants to give myself slack in the sense of like just how much, even if it's like part of it is mental, like how much pressure is on myself. Like sometimes it's hard not to like, I guess like explode a little bit.
Right. You're
But
human.
yeah, the worst part about it is the fact that like this isn't just I'm not by myself or something. Like there's people, and like that's like my biggest regret is I don't want to be an asshole. So
Yeah,
and I think Oh, go ahead, Hez.
I was gonna say, I think you said it well, Charles. Where it's like everyone has that, right? Like life doesn't always just go, oh yeah, like it's just this perfect straight line that you just drive down, and like everything right happens
Goes your
all the
way.
time.
God, I wish.
It's
Holy
right. Don't we
shit, I
all? Right?
wish.
Wouldn't that be
God
nice?
damn.
But it doesn't. And I think like the resilience or like the idea or preparation that something will go wrong at some point, and just being able to deal with that is like one of the most commendable human traits out there. And I've learned that a ton from Smash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for sure. Like there's been plenty of times where I'm like, damn, that didn't work out. Or competition in general. It's just like you got to be ready for those kind of speed bumps or whatever you want to call them in the way. And it's not about like that feeling of feeling shitty and angry. It's about what you do with those emotions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like Light gets really pissed when he loses, or Mars, anyone, you know what I mean? Everyone gets pissed, but it's like, what are you going to do with that energy? Like, what, it's got to be, well, probably not in the moment productive, but it needs to just be like, there needs to be like a strategy and stuff. And I think that is just a universal like life thing that everyone's had to figure out. So I've certainly gone through a lot of growing pains in that department, and you know,
that's why like my goal right now is to like maybe play the game more sparingly, because I mean everyone is different, but from my experience, sometimes if I take a break, even if it's just like 2 days longer than normal without playing the game, the fog in my head kind of clears up with like in-game like gameplay and ideas and like creativity. And like I feel like for anyone out there that's listening to this, I feel like you'll surprise yourself at how much better you'll play after like a break, whether it's big or small. Because I feel like sometimes I'll get into this like cycle of like not being satisfied with my mentality or play, and then just like running straight forward back into another match or a session or a tournament, and it like doesn't get any better. And because it's hard not to think like, oh, if something's not going well, just keep doing it. But sometimes I guess that's not the answer, at least for me personally. So that's my goal currently, because maybe I'll just like have more fun too, and like just not be so do or die about winning or losing and like stuff like that. So like my goal is honestly to not play the game at the moment, as weird as that sounds, and just see where that takes me. I still do Metafy lessons and stuff, so I do count that as playing the game, of course, if I'm playing with people. But other than that, I'm gonna, I guess try to apply this kind of perspective.
Yeah, and I think there's so much you can do to get better at the game too that's not playing, right?
Exactly.
I think we talk about that all the time. Like just watching, even just talking about it sometimes, like you learned about the down tilt thing like this very podcast. You know, you're like you thought it was Leo magic, but it's like, oh no, it's just like that's how it works, you know?
Out,
there's
right?
And especially in this game, like I learned so much shit just by talking to people, because there's so much. Like it used to be you only have to study a couple characters, a couple matchups, and like whatever, but not anymore. That's certainly not how it works. So
Bro,
yeah, man.
Hit up Leo. Leo's expectation every tournament is first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominant first.
Yeah, like not even like just for himself. Like he also expects first, but everybody else around him expects him to win as well.
The players he's playing against expect him to win.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know, hit him up. Be like, yo, like, how do you deal with this? Because like, you've been dealing with this for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the pressure it like scales, right? The pressure is the greatest for the person on top, because there's nowhere more to climb, right? Because when you're not number one, it's like there you have to hold on to the drive. It's way easier, right? But when you're on top and you stay on top, it's harder to hold on to the drive, and it's still hard because everyone else is so hungry.
Yeah.
And I mean, for the fact that I have to even say this, but like this is crazy. It's just time flies. But if you guys didn't know, I used to actually coach Gavin on TSM a couple years back, and when I worked with Tweek, the main things that we still talked a lot about the game and theory crafting the game, but a lot of the stuff was we tried to work on mentality. And I think when Tweek played at his best, it was mainly because he was able to take like these 360 turns in strategies and mentality. Because even I remember at Summit, there was a really rough day one, and we talked about it, right? And Tweek wasn't playing too hot, and I was like watching the VODs. I'm like, oh hey man, it was a simple thing as saying like, I feel like you're playing too much Ultimate Diddy, and I think you can just play more Smash 4 Diddy, and you can just beat people. Like you have the fundamentals. You don't have to do all the crazy like 0 to 80s. Like just fuck people up with fundies and just play, like mix in a little bit Smash 4 Diddy, right? And that along with like the mental reset, and like obviously it was a different environment too, because losers bracket Tweek was the thing we were trying to work on the most, but it technically wasn't losers bracket. I'm like, hey man, you're not even in losers, right? Like, and even that one statement like lifted a lot off of Tweek's chest. And then obviously Tweek ended up winning that tournament, played extremely well. And from my experience, just watching you play, like ever since Smash 4, you know what I mean? I think you are your best when your mental is online, but that is the challenging part, right? And I think that's the challenging part for every single player. I won't even say it's just just exclusively to Tweek. I think your mental game is like you can falter. The Smash is so fucked up and it's so hard. You can mess up something by 1 frame, like literal 1/60th of a second, and you're a human. Like your reaction times are not even close to that, and you can mess up by that little of a second, and then it can put you in this downward spiral, and then like you can just get reverse 3 or whatever, right? Like you at that moment you can just start playing like shit or start thinking about stuff that's not about the game. Once your head goes out of track, like out of the game, you're pretty much fucked. Unless you're just much better of a player, right? But I don't think a lot of people really talk about how hard this game is, and because of how hard this game is and how punishing it is, how like your mental has to be absolutely rock solid to have like consistent success in this game, which is why I respect the shit out of Leo, because like I've never
a lot of
seen
players
a
too,
mental,
but Leo for sure.
Yeah, his mental is insane, and like again, it being on the top for that long, and it's just harder because there's more pressure and you don't have to drive. But yeah, that was kind of like my view on mentality.
Before we even like went live, I was thinking about this yesterday with Cosmos's victory at Shine. That's the one thing I wanted to compliment Cosmos on. Like Cosmos, like goes to a tournament, does the work, win or lose, and then just comes back again and does it again. Like Cosmos, like is such a consistent and hard worker, and just shows up, plays the game, win or lose, and I feel like a player like that obviously deserves like the first place he got this weekend, because you know, you don't hear about Cosmos complaining. You don't see Cosmos's gameplay like super fluctuating because of emotions, or like Cosmos getting tilted. Like Cosmos is such a hard worker and such a consistent one. So shout outs to that first place for sure.
Yeah. Cosmos did an awesome job, dude. And going to Summit too.
Hey.
Yeah, congratulations.
Truly congrats to Cosmos. So yeah, and it's good too, because I mean we've been talking about a lot of players who like haven't been performing super well recently, and I think everyone's been down on Cosmos. So it was really nice to see him not just get the Summit spot, but also beating Light and Grands too. And he dropped that game 1 to Light. I was like, oh, here we go. And then he just 3-0'd him. I was like, okay. 3-1 him. Yeah.
You know that they like play all
the time. They did,
time.
Yeah.
Dude,
at the event
crazy.
they played,
yeah. Like backstage, that's what's going on.
I think I said that. Yeah, Light was in training mode until Cosmos got there. Then they started playing, like after 15 minutes. And I think I said that in commentary, right? Where I was like, you could tell, like you could just how fast they're moving, and like there's no like added learning weight to that that battle that they have.
I mean, you could definitely tell, like that down air that Cosmos did as Pyro, where he like Light is like horizontal to the stage and Cosmos just full hops, like he's like, you're doing this angle. It's like, bro, who like like
confidence, man, for sure. But yeah, it's
gonna shout outs to Bassmage. First top 8. It's too lit.
Different tournament entirely, but true.
Yeah, he also did that.
Oh wait, true. Might be. See you.
Yeah, speaking of Summit, we are actually partnered up with BTS to talk about the Arcadian. I'm super excited for this. I mean, if you're not that good, you're pretty good, but you're not like that good, this is the perfect event for you. All right. So if you have hey man, I gotta keep it a buck. So if
the term is hidden boss.
Hidden boss. There you go.
There he is.
If you are a hidden boss, this is the event for you.
Sheesh.
Can't to enter any of these events, you can't be PGR'd or Orion ranked on any of those rankings. So keep that in mind. There is a bunch of different online qualifiers. So essentially, there is an in-person like qualifier event, or not a qualifier event, but an invitational, so to speak, or an event you have to qualify for at main stage, right? And then there's these different online qualifiers, and if you win the online qualifier, you are going to be flown out to main stage to compete at that tournament, and you can also compete in the main stage bracket. Why not? And then there's also a last chance qualifier to qualify into the Arcadian event at main stage. And yeah, I mean, just doing online qualifiers and being able to get a trip to main stage, that's amazing in itself. Main stage is a fantastic event. Obviously, you guys vote for the summit qualifiers that it usually has. But I mean, also with this event at main stage, it's going to be another bang for your buck here. $50,000 total prize pool. So that's super dope. And if you get top 4, you get streamed and you win a paid VIP trip to Ultimate Summit 6. So Can't complain about that either, and you're competing for a lot of money. So
Yeah.
you guys want to go ahead and have your shot at fame, and also that paid VIP trip to Ultimate Summit 6, I'll tell you right now, you get amazing practice. Summit is an amazing experience overall. I've been at every
Absolutely.
Ultimate Summit as either a coach or a caster. So, I mean, just fantastic experiences there. And being a VIP is super sick. You get to meet all the players, and you get to grind with a bunch of different players too. So, really cool stuff. And yeah, I can't wait for this event. Make sure you guys go ahead and support it and sign up for these online qualifiers. And I think the sick thing about this event is that there's all these online qualifiers. So you don't, it's not necessarily like, oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, if you live in California, you get to have a shot at the last chance qualifier offline, right? Which is dope. But it gives a chance for everyone else with the online qualifiers. So I think that's really dope.
I think the bottom line really is 50K total prize pool, flight and hotel for main stage 2022 covered for players who qualify through the online bracket, and then the top 4 at main stage win VIP slots at Smash Ultimate Summit 6 in 2023. So that'll be cool. Make sure you check that out, bts.gg/Arcadian for all the information you need there and registration. So that's it. It's lit. That's going to be a sick tournament. We got Riptide coming up, but before we look into the future anymore, hey everyone, today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. Now, I don't know about all of you, chat, but I do be shopping online all the time. The thing is, though, I always feel like I'm wasting money when I can't find a promo code when I'm ready to check out. But, thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Now, let me paint a little picture for you. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites. When you check out, the Honey button appears and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for a coupon it can find for that site, and if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop. So I used Honey earlier this week, right after recording this episode, to order my dog a bag of his favorite treats because he had just ran out. Now, I order these things all the time because he's such a good boy, and thanks to Honey, I was able to save $5 on my purchase. I'll be using Honey to save money when ordering these dog treats every time from here on out. It was just so easy to use. And did you know, Honey doesn't just work on desktop. It works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. I'd never recommend something I don't use, so get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/tweek. That's joinhoney.com/tweek. We gotta talk about Wanted. We gotta talk about Wanted. And to be honest with you, I'm catching up on the sets. Like, I'm watching them when I get a chance yesterday and earlier today.
Bro.
Yeah. We can talk about some sets here. We could.
I have a couple things I wanted to mention. I think.
Go for it.
So, as someone who just looked at the bracket, and then there's other people in here that actually watch these sets, so that's how I want to start it. My first question is, what's going on with Samus versus Pac-Man? Because I was surprised to see Sisqui 3-0 over T. That's pretty dominant. So I'd like to ask at least someone in here to give me the rundown on this.
Watch this set, Marcus? Did anyone watch this set? I couldn't watch this set. Well, chat.
My transition did not work at all.
Chat.
You would think on paper it's like, okay, Hydrant, I'm cool, but maybe Samus just
deletes
with
it
the charge
easily,
shot, you just delete the Hydrant really easily. You kind of put it under your control with the projectile, right? So, but here's the other thing. When I think of the matchup on paper, it's like, okay, well, what if Pac-Man just rushes you down? Because yes, Pac-Man, the zoner, can do that and combo you and like just scrap.
Box, yeah.
Right. So
Scrapman.
Scrapman himself. And you're up against T. So honestly, just the level of player Sisqui was going up against, huge congrats to them on that. I mean, and the Samuses have been really showing up.
Sisqui gets top 8 pretty much
every time. Yep. That is guaranteed. Dude, top 16 player.
Yeah.
I'm saying really Samus has definitely found a comfortable home in the meta, like for sure. Yeah. Like invalidates a lot of characters lower than her on the tier list and does well against a lot of like the higher top tier characters in the game. Obviously it's kind of hit or miss in that category, but still like she definitely has a pretty comfy spot in today's meta.
I remember we had that discussion. I don't know if we had it on the podcast.
Oh
Being
no.
stupid.
Okay, might
but-
be. I'll admit it. I was
yeah.
wrong.
So we
I
had
was
this
better, Link
discussion
or
before.
Samus?
Yeah, who's better, Link or Samus? And I remember I was Team Link.
I think all of us
still
said Link except Taz.
Yes, definitely.
Oh my
100%. That's how it went.
Wait, why did I bring this up? Dang,
Yeah,
This is a
Come
great
on.
topic.
Samus,
Actually,
no.
can we? It says Has was right.
Actually, I'm picking up Link.
Oh,
Yeah.
your link was
Yes, yes.
saucy. Hold on.
If Lynx did the 0 to death though, if we
I'm
were
winning
in
the
death,
0 to death tonight.
Zero to
You
death.
said it so many times today, Charles. We're only human. You got to play the character where you just down B and then neutral B. That's
Oh,
all you do. Best ledge trap in the world.
Yo, ledge trap simulator. I will
Oh.
say that's a crazy win condition to have when
It's
you're
so
like,
good.
oh, I won't say it's easy, but lower execution on the ledge trap, right?
Well,
like
you can say it's easy if you want to.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Right?
it's a little easier, right? Because
True.
fox ledge trapping, that's where it gets really
Oh, my.
complicated.
Oh no!
Ah,
Oh wait, he
I'm
didn't
not doing
win.
this.
Wait,
Not after-
Oh.
Not
Fox
after
win.
losing to Light. Like
You gotta
True.
really. A lot of
my
people say
patience is very thin.
a lot of people say you have to be, like Fox is just mash nair, but it's actually like really precise. You gotta it's like really frame tight, and you gotta make sure like sometimes you can do a couple frame delay, and you know what I mean. But all right, fine. All right, Fox ledge trapping's easy. Fox ledge
So-
trapping's easy.
Yeah, dude. So
True.
back to Samus.
True.
Why she's so good. So it's the zoning, obviously, the ledge trapping, and also get off me. Like we talk about how Smash,
Yeah,
how
uppy.
Ultimate is such a mashy game. Her uppy is beyond godlike. You cannot touch her shield, which is pretty contrary to what is true in this game all the time. So yeah, I don't know.
Also,
Samus-
shout outs to Riddles
My
beating Sisqui
goat.
with fighting game characters.
I love it.
That
Well,
must have been pretty difficult.
I feel torn about that. I obviously love it because I always root for Riddles. I've always been a huge fan of the way he plays. But last time he beat, I think it was Sisqui again, actually. Was it Sisqui?
Riddles and Sisqui played at Genesis, and Sisqui
Sisqui
won.
won?
This isn't what I'm
Sisqui
thinking
won.
of. He played against another really good Samus.
Quick?
I'm sorry, I can't remember. Maybe it was Quick. Yeah, maybe it was Quick. And he went Richter Belmont. That's right. He did. And it worked out. And that's a much better. Well, he did it with Terry, too, which is interesting. Riddles has.
Oh,
I think Riddles finished the
Remember
set
that?
with Kazuya.
Did he go Kazuya? Oh, my God.
He did play. He did. I know they played at Genesis and Riddles lost, and then at Battle of BC
There
they
it
played.
is. Thank you. It
and
was
he started
Sisqui.
with Richter. Yeah.
He finished the set, I think, as Richter, actually. I think he did Belmont the whole way. I think.
No. He
in
won a game.
in my dreams, yeah.
Yeah.
He won a game, lost a game, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm good." And Battle BC had that weird thing, so he got to go.
Oh, just
Kazuya on
FD
FD.
Kazuya.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
you had the
right.
freebies, you
Good
had the
memory, Marcus.
freebies.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm just clicking through the set right now. I wish
Good,
I
good computer skills, Marcus.
Yeah. And then he goes Richter game 4 and he loses, and then he finishes with Terry.
All right, he went 1-1. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Wait, 1 or 2 actually.
Even
it lost,
record.
it lost both the games. Damn it.
Even
Damn
matchup.
it. Honestly, I kind of think so, but I don't know, man. But either way, yeah. So, dude, yeah, a lot of interest. The return of Zackray, I think we haven't even said that yet, which is
Bro.
hilarious because we're
Yeah.
talking about Bassmage top 8. I did love seeing that too.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
shout outs to Bassmage for
That's
getting
Bassmage,
top.
yeah.
Hey.
Can I do
Yeah,
my shout out
Jigglypuff.
real quick?
Dear Lord.
Ashimo. There was also a Shoto War Bracket, which was all the fighting game characters, single elimination. It had T, Takara, Zackray was in there. Who did he play as? Huh?
Huh?
They count Rob as a Shoto? That's weird.
Well, I mean,
I bet you he's picking up. I bet you he plays Kazuya like he's trying it. But
Something
the
like
top
that.
3, Riddles got 3rd. Andres, Fortnite. Shout out to Andres. Got 2nd, losing only to Ashimo. All Ryu, which was really. I watched that whole bracket actually. I thought it was obviously I thought it was really fun. But Andres, he was down 2-0 against Takara, Ken versus Ken, and he switched to Ryu in verse 3-0'd, which I thought was super sick. Also
Oh,
a good
wow.
matchup for Ryu. And then he started to do the same against Ashimo in Grands. He went down 2-0, or maybe it was 2-1, or maybe it was 1-0. But he switched to Ryu, and he started to reverse it, and Ashimo just cheesed him at 15-1. So it was sick. The more I watch Ashimo, the bigger. I'm already a pretty big fan, but the bigger I get as a fan. So,
Yeah.
he rules. Big fan.
Bro.
Lost to Shuton, though. That's a tough one.
okay, Shuton went absolutely stupid that bracket. Like, bro
Yeah.
didn't lose a single game until winners finals where he got 3-0.
Sheesh.
Well,
which shows you how good Zackray was playing that weekend. Like,
Yeah.
Shuton's on fire. 3-0 Riddles, 3-0 Mr. R. Like, speaking of, shout out to Mr. R getting 9th and
Yeah.
going mostly Sheik.
Let's
Yeah.
go, Robin.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's
Did it.
go.
Oh no, he did lose the
Sheik.
game. Zackray did lose the game to Sisqui. Or no, Shuton didn't lose the game. Yeah. So then Shuton 3-0 Ashimo, and it just got 3-0 by Zackray. Zackray said, bro, what's this?
Oh, shoot.
Shout outs to Tweek Talks. I'm gonna take credit for this Ramen Sheik. No more of this Crom.
I think-
stuff.
Bro, did you
I think
see
he
his
was like,
tweet?
bro. I think he was like you, where a lot of people were like, "Dude, stop," or "Dude, go PT," and he was like, "Okay, fine, I give it
Like,
up." Finally,
Ramen was on a vengeance path of just like, I'll prove to the world about Grob. I don't care. It's just
Yup.
like
not worth
you,
it,
not
Ramen.
worth
you
it.
can play
He almost
Sheik.
beat T. He almost beat T with Sheik. It was
I
3-2.
know because
Like-
Sheik is broken.
Well, that's true. That is
Wow.
very true.
T didn't even go Pac. I think Pac-Man is like a pretty good matchup versus.
I think
Wait.
he went both, but this is FD Kazuya, so
Oh, true. This is a.
Yeah.
This is
I
a
thought we were
different
about to see a
Kazuya.
moment of Ramen
nah.
Ramen almost
losing at
reversed.
0%.
He almost reversed 32 because he was down 2-0.
Yep.
So he was
Yeah.
coming back.
He's like Ramen. Shout outs to Ramen, bro.
Yeah,
He's
he
like
rules,
one of
yeah.
the most consistent players of all time.
Yeah.
And he just, you don't really hear much about him. And that's
No,
that is
you-
so broken. But
You hear about him? It's him dying at like 0, like just losing stocks
Oh,
for
not
like
the
that's
Smash
that's
4 montages.
it.
No.
Still happens in Ultimate too. Like all the like he played Andres. Oh, you didn't see the Andres versus Mr. R clip was, man. It's still
Oh,
happening.
man.
Is all I gotta say.
I
What was
don't.
the-
I don't want to watch it.
I do.
I hate watching those things.
I like it.
That's my boy. Damn it. That's my boy.
I
what was
know.
like super interesting about Grands at least is they just played each other maybe like the week before, because that was when Shuton went Steve. I'm just going.
It happens a
Steve
lot
right
with
away.
those two. They're just that
Um,
consistent that they'll like
Yeah,
be at a big tournament. It's like, yeah, these two also played like last week at this tournament.
Yeah.
Like,
and like
that's not the first time.
Zackray 3-0'd him in winners finals, and then he lost the first set of Grands 3-2, and then the last set of Grands was also 3-2, where Zackray won. But like, it was so back and forth, and it was weird. I was like, what did Shuton pick up on? And it was really interesting because the last game, Zackray just kind of smoked him. Like, it was not close. That last game, it wasn't even remotely close. I was like, what's going on? Like, but it was super cool to see Zackray back. Got to see a lot of Rob. I was like, bro, his Rob is type
Mhm.
different.
Yeah.
Oh my!
That's what I
goodness.
feel about it too. I'm a big fan of watching Zackray's Rob, and I'm like, but I definitely got to give credit to Zomba too. That's another person like that's just always in top 8 too, kind of like Sisqui, like top 16, top 8, like
Mhm.
no sweat.
No sweat. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's just gonna show up and do it. But it was good seeing Joker. Love seeing some Joker gameplay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Zackray is just different in general. I was very excited for even just to see the results of this tournament since I was at Shine. I predicted Zackray would win the event, but I just wanted to hear about it and maybe see some highlights and stuff. So it's just really cool.
There was one slight caveat to that event, which was kind of a bummer.
Well, yeah, I didn't mention that, but the reason why I cared so much about this event was because I wanted to see Zackray versus Gluto,
Same.
and
Yeah.
Of course.
Gluto DQ'd. I actually don't. Do y'all know why or no?
I heard he was sick. Is
Sick.
what I. Is
Yeah, I
what
heard he
was.
was sick.
Yeah, that's what the.
Okay.
I don't know though. for
That's really
sure.
sad. I was looking at the top 16 or like the top bracket for Sunday. Just top 8, I was looking at all the results from previously, and I was like, oh, cool, this, and then I realized, wait, did Gluto like go 0-2 in pools or something? But yeah,
Shout out to my man and Charles's man Ramses.
Hey.
Went off.
13th place.
Dang.
Shulk is broken. Shout out to I
True.
love Ramses, dude. Such
He's
a
great,
fan.
right?
Yeah, he is great. So very, very good. If you didn't know, on Charles's other show, well, it's all your show, obviously.
Coach's Corner.
Yeah, it's
Coach's Corner,
lit,
man.
Yeah.
We get nerdy.
Y'all
Yeah.
do get nerdy. I'll be in there. Like,
Well,
get- we
I
get
love all
nerdy.
the guys on that show. Actually, Coach Tony.
Tony.
He's a-
Tony's great. Tony's
He's still
amazing.
a hidden gem for some reason. Like one of the smartest people in Smash.
In Smash, yes.
period.
bro.
I
And
fully
bam.
agree with that statement.
He is.
Bro.
You want to talk to someone about
I
Smash
had a long conversation with Tony at CEO,
this year?
the CEO where I was using a lot of Sephiroth. yeah, it ruled.
He's great. I love talking to that guy. So shouts to the Coach's Corner in general. Bam too, of course.
Bam, of course.
Guy.
Shouts to Bammy.
Yeah, of course. Love Bam. That is a really great show.
It's funny because Ramses called himself a top player one time on the Coach's Corner, and we were like, "Oh, top player over here." But hey, I wanted to. All right,
you motivated him, and he beat Sky.
Yeah, good stuff. Now we have to refer to him on Coach's Corner as top player Ramses.
Top player.
No,
he's earned it.
Got it. He's earned it. Yo, 13 that wanted to. That's amazing.
It's like how you can't talk about Fox for in Light as well. Exactly, it's like the same thing, but he did well. So
we're civil around here. We're civil,
of course.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't go around saying Fox's ledge trapping is hard or Fox is like a bad character. Obviously broken and very easy ledge trapping. We have rules. All right, we have rules for civil around here.
This is great. Wow, and I think. What's interesting about where we are too, kind of going back to the event, like obviously these were two really good events, on the same weekend on opposite sides of the world. Like it's just kind of crazy to think how awesome it's been to see Smash grow like this. And dude, I love the EU scene so much. Like the production, like the Shine Productions house, obviously super, super good. The EU production too, though, like the custom renders, like everything that they do is just, it's so top notch.
It's really cool, yeah.
If anyone from the EU is listening, you got to get Tweek Talks over there. We want to go to Wanted. We go.
True.
We go.
Go.
Je parle français. Come on. I can do it. Okay?
Huh?
The bilingual. Yeah, I took 5 years of French. Yeah.
Oh, snap.
I low-key did too, but I don't have anything to show for it.
Oh, my God.
Hey, bro, if we're in Spain, I got you, but not France. Oh, what the heck?
I want to go to France. That is the next place I want to go is Paris. Like after my honeymoon, I was like, yeah, I want to go to Paris very badly. I don't think this was in Paris, but I'll fly through there. It's all good. I'll make it work out. But gotta have us come over there. Tweek Talks International. Let's go, baby.
Didn't y'all watch that Japanese tournament or no? Because I was deep in that joint.
Gonna talk.
Let's hear about it.
What do you mean?
I think we're out of time to talk about Doc
Oh
getting third
my
place.
God.
We don't have the time.
Who doesn't want to hear about Dr. Mario?
Oh,
huh?
This.
What?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
no, it's not that I don't want to hear about it. It just
Oh,
sounds like so crazy that I don't even know where to start.
All right, go ahead, Pink. Go off.
Okay, of course, Akolo was at
Dr.
the
Mario.
tournament. Akolo was at the tournament. Guess who won? Like, Akolo won. Congrats to Akolo, as per usual. Yeah.
As per usual.
You know what's interesting? Mia was at that tournament, and I'm not 100% sure of that. What place they got? I think it was like 33rd or something like that. Though I think they had a pretty rough bracket, which is interesting because they just won and they had been like performing really well. But Japan.
That always happens. Yeah, you were like, it's weird. I was like, nah. Actually,
yeah, after a while,
it's actually the normal thing.
So I was sitting there and I didn't know. I only watched like top 8 because someone tweeted Akola my goat, and I was like, oh, is there a Japanese tournament going on? So I go find it, and I'm like, Proto just lost, man, come on. So Akola beat Proto, and then the other side pops up of winner semis, and I don't know how to say his name. It's Dr. Mario, okay? And I'm like, wait, who's at this tournament where Dr. Mario is in winner semis, okay? I start looking through, I say, okay, I know Proto's there, Akola's there, Ken's there, wait, Atelier's there, wait, Gact is there. What's going on? Like, what is Dr. Mario doing here?
This production,
so,
dude, the stage lighting and stuff, this is
it's really good. Yeah, one's red, one's blue. It was really cool.
Sports Arena?
So I'm thinking to myself, like, there's absolutely no way that this Dr. Mario is about to. And then he's playing against Shirayuki, who's like the best inkling in Japan. Who's very consistent, by the way. He's been getting a lot of like top 16s, top 8s. And he just 3-0s him. And I'm like, huh? Dr. Mario versus Inkling sounds unwinnable. It sounds unwinnable.
Doc is broken.
But the interesting thing is every time he just clutched out the game. Like he'd be like down by like 60% and just do some weird Dr. Mario thing and he would just die and it was like, oh, okay, 3-0. It was like the weirdest experience.
Oh my God. Yeah, I love it. You're hyping him up, and he's just getting thrown off stage and dying at 0. Like,
okay, but
was that the American air dodge?
But is he up a game or is he up a game? All right.
Oh, what?
What?
I didn't even see that.
Oh my God! How did he beat Silly Blockman with Dr. Mario?
This dude's built different, bro. That's all.
This guy
hey,
is built different.
That's all I gotta say.
Oh
He's
my
just-
god!
Look at him. He's so scared.
I'm
Yeah.
scared
Get
too,
the Silly
man.
Blockman. Dude, that's
So it was
funny.
interesting. Unfortunately, the Inkling won in the run back. Shiryuki won in the run back. So Dr. Mario got third. And then
What a low
Proto
placing.
got fifth. I know, right? What a low placing. 500 plus person tournament. Dr. Mario third.
It's-
Like,
It's
Very
crazy how
disappointed.
under the radar this tournament was, so to speak, compared. It's just because Wanted
it's just
and
because
Shine and all
Wanted
that
and
stuff,
Shine
yeah.
was happening. Yeah.
But this is crazy. I'm gonna watch these too. I gotta add it to the list. I gotta watch all these, man.
It was insane.
Yeah, for
Proto
sure.
got fifth. I was sad. He played Hero, the Bowser, who got fourth. And he went all Lucina. Didn't try Min at all. It was really interesting. I wonder why. Maybe he just doesn't feel comfortable in it. But Shiryuki beat Ken in losers. Atelier got a top 8. Atelier is on the way back. So it was really cool. It was a good watch. Y'all should watch it.
I
Dr.
will.
Mario's too lit.
I actually will. That's
Dr.
sick.
Mario, that's some Chad moves right there. I'm gonna
Yeah.
attempt the name. Suto, I think is how you
Yep.
pronounce it.
Hey.
Sounds good to me.
I hope it.
Yo,
I
shout
hope
out
it
to
is.
him. What a Chad. It's the biggest Chad move I've ever seen in Ultimate. Third with Dr. Mario.
No. Broken
No.
character.
Oh my god! Stop! You gotta be kidding me.
Dude, that is crazy.
I'm terrified of that character as Diddy Kong. Like,
Oh
absolutely.
well, you go PT?
I would
Huh?
be terrified too. I hope you'd go PT.
I mean, I'd be
You-
terrified no matter what, but
you go
especially
PT.
PT. Or especially Diddy.
PT.
But yeah,
you
maybe
go.
I'd try PT or something.
Bro, it like watching this it literally made no sense, bro. I was just like, this dude like is just making miracles happen over and over again. Like,
Whoa! Wait, rewind that. Look how slow he is when he runs on the Inkling Ink. Look how he's already like the slowest guy. He's so slow. A little bit more, I think.
it's so funny.
Yeah, there you go. Right here.
Go, Doc,
Sorry, that's
go!
good. You got it. This will work.
Dr. Mario, man.
Poor Doc, man.
I mean, you
He's
have
so
to make
Okay. Right.
you have to pull miracles out of your hat with this character, right? He's like that was like Ganon or Robin's feud right there.
Yeah.
That's so bad. Yeah, he does hit insanely hard though, and yeah, his recovery is. I don't know, man.
The best in the game.
Oh my
Bro, he was doing some weird recovery mix-ups. Like, it
You
was
gotta.
it was very interesting to watch, but
That's
The
another thing I
characters
think
are
that's
still
like getting a
lows.
lot better too. Is everyone's recoveries like even at Shine I was noticing it. Like people would drop stocks kind of early and then they just adjust for the right. Like Cosmos did that a lot actually, really well at Shine. Like his recoveries were really good. He would have won if they weren't. Honestly, that's what we keep talking about. But either way, I think that was all the tournaments for this weekend. And then it's funny because we had this weekend. I was gonna say 2 majors and that. I mean, that also I don't know what the ranking of that tournament was. 3 really big tournaments, 3 awesome sets of results. I think we have a weekend off though, basically. Or maybe there's probably something in here, but I just haven't looked yet. But I know that we have Riptide coming up, and then Smash Ultimate Summit is sometime in September. It's like mid-September, so that'll be hype. Week after Riptide, thank you, production. That's good stuff. So that'll be great. Any final thoughts, guys? I think this is good. It's good to have the band back together. We missed you guys last week, obviously.
Hey.
Duh.
Yeah.
Don't get to talk about Pokemon as much, but
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I'll
I
take
mean,
it.
we could.
You
but
keep talking about PT, or you keep playing PT. We're gonna be talking about Pokemon.
Yeah, I definitely will. I guess that I will be playing PT still. So.
Shout outs to you, man, for you had to
Yeah.
play against. Let me see. It was DYL actually, a Steve player from Rhode Island. And typically, before this weekend, it would have been like, oh shit, Steve player, round 2
Steve.
pools, like who knows? Like
Who knows?
Ivysaur went to work though on those walls, man. Forward air right through all of them. He set up 3, knock him down. He set up 3, knock him down. He set up 6, knock him down. See ya. It doesn't matter. Forward air goes through all of them. It doesn't matter.
Oh, what?
It doesn't matter. He set them all. He did the 3, and then he did another 3. He's like, all right, these walls aren't working. I'm gonna double it up.
Yeah,
Ivysaur's-
Marcus, Ivy's forward air took out 6 blocks at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. So it was,
I was
good.
like, it's too lit.
That was a really good. That was. I think that was a perfect opportunity for you to feel much better about a matchup that you obviously do not like. So that's
Yeah.
good. And maybe actually a character that actually does really well against Steve instead of just kind of goes even with him.
Yeah,
That's what
Right.
Didi says.
Goes even
He does
if
well.
you play really well and don't miss. Like, you know what I mean? It's like one of
I
those
don't.
even
I still
matches.
don't know much about PT Steve, but it worked out, so that's cool.
That's the nice thing about PT. You keep saying you don't have to know a lot.
Yeah,
just do the thing that feels right and good, and it just works. It's good. They're
yeah.
very
I'm probably
very solid.
still gonna play like PT, Diddy, and Wario and stuff, and just keep it moving. I will be at Summit. But yeah, I think this was a pretty good episode, pretty productive episode. Lots of stuff to talk about.
Yeah. You also have never done the combo you have now. PT, Wario, and Diddy, like all three of them. This is like the greatest.
Yeah,
hits
even
album,
PT
you know
and
what I mean?
Wario, I've never like truly duoed with them.
Mm.
It was always
at
Wolf.
least I have a pretty bad memory, but looking back, it was usually like one or the other, depending on what was like more in their prime.
Right.
So like I've never tried to keep up both at the same time. So we'll see how that goes. And that's, now that I mention it, I've also been having a hard time feeling equally strong about both of them. On any given day, like one might feel better than the other. So hopefully eventually they even out or something.
I told you, bro.
Because like literally like 24 hours ago, I could have told you my Wario feels better. But then if you ask me like today, I would say my PT feels better. So I don't know.
Zackray. Well, we had that conversation already.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Next week will be episode 64, Tweek Talk 64. So.
Oh dang, we gotta get custom art for that one for sure.
Yeah, we really should actually.
4 themed. Let's go. That'd be
All
good.
right.
All right.
Have a good one, y'all.
See you.
See you.